Hi, and welcome to episode 60 of Tennis Volley Talk with Brian Danielson. Sorry about that. I just want to get my hat on. It feels more comfortable having my hat on here. So anyway, this is episode 60 of Tennis Volley Talk. I do appreciate you letting me come into your view. And this week, just kind of going to be talking a little bit more about the Indian Wells tennis tournament in Indian Wells, California there. So basically kind of what this is, it's the round of 16, it's midweek. So yesterday was midweek, well, a little over midweek. And this weekend, Saturday, Sunday, they're going to have the women's and then the men's final of Indian Wells this weekend. So just kind of wanted to let you know a little bit of what happened yesterday with some of the round of 16 of the women. You got Marie Sakkari, and she beat Perry, and she won 6-2, 3-6, 6-3. And then Goff, she beat Mertens, Elise Mertens, Coco Goff, and she won really handily. She's on fire. She won 6-0, 6-2. And then, of course, there was a big upset. The number 2 seed, Arina Sabalenka, went down to Emma Navarro at 6-3, 3-6, 6-2. So Emma Navarro's really been playing good as of late. Got over a lot of injuries that she had, and now she is just playing some lights out tennis with that. And then with the men's side, you had Holger Rune. He beat Taylor Fritz. But that went 3 sets, but he went 2-6, 7-6, 6-3. But he just went on fire on a run on that third set and then ended up winning it. And of course, Medvedev was his Daniil Medvedev. He was his regular, consistent self, and then beat Gregor Dimitrov 6-4, 6-4. But it was 2 really good sets, I would think, being 6-4, 6-4. But Dimitrov has really been playing good this year, too. Last part of last year and into this year, he's just found another gear, and he really can play good. He probably could have beat Medvedev on any given day. He could have, but he ended up losing yesterday. And then Casper Ruud, he beat Gilil Monfils 3-6, 7-6, 6-4, which that must have been a good match. But Ruud just has some really good tenacity. He has some real good wheels, just like Monfils does. But evidently, he must have been a little bit more per se consistent for that part of yesterday with that too. And so basically with that too, I'm going to also, for you YouTubers, be sure, and I'm going to be having Racket of the Day pretty soon. You'll be seeing that. But if you like what I talk about, or like what I do with the phone interviews or anything like that, let me know on that, because subscribe, like, and make a comment if you want to do that. I do appreciate anything that you like, what you would like to see me do with any comments. I would please appreciate that. And then with that, you podcasters, you're going to be hearing about the Racket of the Day here coming up pretty soon, and the Racket of the Day. But if you want to take a look at that, you can certainly go to my tennis YouTube channel, Tennis Volley Talk, and please go to that. You can make a comment, like, subscribe. If you want to do that, please do. And with that too, with the phone interviews that I do, I hope you do like those also as well. I do like doing those. I have a few things in the works, and it just takes a while before they come through, and it's a matter of calls and waiting for calls back. Uh, as you well know, with the tennis universe out there, and you tennis podcasters that do tennis podcasts, and also however you may get your tennis interviews or whatever like that. I am doing the same in my second year. So, I've gotten a few people, and which I do hope that you guys have liked whatever I've done with the phone interviews and the in-house interviews that I've done with people. But I like doing it, and I do hope that you do subscribe, like, and make a comment. For you YouTubers and you podcasters, also do the same. Whenever you get to hear, and if you want to take a look at the racket of the day, then you can certainly take a look at the racket of the day. With that, also with that aspect, I just want to just give out a shout to all the tennis people out there that are playing outside and inside, which is always good. Always good to get outside. It's starting to warm up a little bit here in Minnesota. So, if you do want to, just give a comment, like and subscribe. Would appreciate any kind of comment, or what you do like about what I do. I like doing it, so I hope to in the mix with getting more over the phone interviews, and also getting more in-house interviews also. So please subscribe, like, and all of that with that. So with that here, I'm going to be, showing you the racket of the day. So you YouTubers, you'll be able to see it. You podcasters, if you want to take a look at it, go to my YouTube channel, Tennis Volley Talk. And it would be, it's a Wilson racket. It's a Wilson. And with the Wilson, it's actually was endorsed by Ellsworth Vines. Now, Ellsworth Vines was actually born in 1911 and passed away in 1994. But however, with that too, he ended up winning. He turned pro, kind of a pro in 1934, but actually then and retired in 1940. But he actually turned professional in 1942. So then he played for many years after that. But this is it's a different color racket. It has a black throat to it and a little black area right there that has his endorsement on it with his picture. Now, I would say this racket's probably in the with his playing when he was born in 1911, he probably started, he turned pro then in like I said, 1934. So then 1911, so he's maybe 18, 19, 20 something when he got on and started playing the pros. So, but this racket here is probably in with his endorsements and as many tournaments as he ended up winning. Also, he ended up. Let's see, Wilson or racket of the day too. With that, let's see, Wilson started and was manufactured in 1913, and it was a subsidiary of a meatpacking company too, and used animal products to do their stringing for the tennis rackets in back 1914 or so. 1915, Thomas E. Wilson was appointed the president of Wilson. So sporting goods. So that's this racket. But the racket itself here, still very well made racket. And I think really actually the handle probably came up a little bit further up on here. But anyway, it's a very good, very sturdy racket too. But the racket itself, I'm guessing then probably in around about the 1930s, started about probably 1930s into the late 40s of when this racket was being manufactured under the endorsement of Ellsworth Vines, which was the pro tennis player of that era also. And he had, he actually had, he had International Hall of Fame in 1962. And then he had 36 titles altogether, is how many he had altogether with his playing days. So with that too, it's a very and I kind of like the black and white contrast here, because with the black handle and then the black here with his endorsement, and then it's white, painted white here, or the natural, or they made it white. So it's kind of black and white, has the ribbons here around it. Gives you also the indication it doesn't, and it also has the brass screw too. So you have to know then with that, it's in around about the 1930s into the 40s, mid to late 40s, that this racket was being produced by Wilson and manufactured and having the endorsement of Ellsworth Vines on it. But with the color, it's a black and white racket, very sturdy one. I'm not really sure up on the woods or anything, but it's still very sturdy racket, still pretty good condition, has all the strings to it. Now this string here, it might be a redone string of kind of, well, it could be cat or cow gut too, but I'm not quite really sure on it. Could be just regular string, but kind of feels like cat or cow gut or cat gut with the strings on it here too. And all the strings are still intact, of all things there too. Has like a little black pinstripe along it too. So the pinstripe kind of makes it a little bit more standout with the racket itself too. And of course, it does have the little strings down here at the bottom where it has the knots or smooth side. So whenever you spun the racket to see who serves, knots are smooth, and then they'd say smooth, and then it would be either smooth or it would be the knotted side, which is this side here facing you at this time. So with that, it's a very good racket, very nice racket, sturdy, nice colors to it, still has the colors to it, so does make it very nice. You YouTubers, you're seeing it, and I do appreciate that too. Now you podcasters, like I said, if you want to take a look at the racket that I just showed, please feel free to do so. And go to my YouTube channel, Tennis Volley Talk, on YouTube, and take a look at it. And I hope that you do like it. So, of that, I just wanted to let you know that I do appreciate doing all of this for you guys that do watch me or take a view of me, and any help that I couldn't get with maybe trying to get a tennis pro or something to get a hold of me somehow or another. Would really appreciate that. That would be fun. So if anybody knows any hints or tips, or any of you other tennis podcasters out there have any tips or can relay a message or have me get in touch with you somehow or another, I just want to try to grow the base and grow with getting more interviews too over the phone with whomever I might get interviews with. So I do thank you very much with everything, and I do like doing what I do. And then everybody, Keep on playing this week outside. If you're outside, it's always fun to be outside and in the elements, working with anything that you do. And then if you're inside, then keep playing inside until it gets nice and warm outside. So I do thank you very much. And everybody have a very good week. And I will then talk to you next week and see what happens. Thank you very much. Have a good week.